All right. The landlord-tenant side of the docket, the first case is Alpine House versus Teresa Fultz, file 25-40606-LT. I could have the appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Samantha Sprague, 8193 appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thank you.
All right, I need to blame MGT, Casey Smokey, and of course, Zach over at Law Nerds Unite.
Your Honor, David Delaney, counsel for the defendant, Teresa Fultz.
Thank you. Mr. McDermott.
Matthew McDermott, a guardian for Ms. Teresa Fultz.
All right. The court has received the guardian's motion to enforce conditional dismissal to enforce the conditional dismissal order. I've also received plaintiff's objection and answer to the motion. And then I've received the guardian's reply to the plaintiff's answer to enforce the conditional dismissal order. And while I applaud everybody's enthusiasm, this is not a federal case. From what I can tell, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a warning issued to the ward that Mr. McDermott and Mr. Delaney represent, but there's been no formal action taken by anybody. Am I accurate and correct with that?
You are correct, Your Honor.
Mr. McDermott, I am not going to litigate. Mr. McDermott, no. Mr. McDermott, no. I am not going to litigate every disagreement between you and the housing place over whether or not this conditional dismissal has been followed to the letter or not. And we're certainly not going to renegotiate it at this point. You can certainly raise Mr. McDermott. Mr. McDermott, I'm talking, you're not. You guys have killed enough trees to start a war. I'm not doing this. This is absolutely ridiculous. If you think that there's an issue, once some action has been taken, you may respond to it. But I'm not going to litigate when and where a dog takes a crap in the housing commission, the housing department. All right? Get the dog potty trained. Let's stop fighting over silly things and let's go on about our business. I mean, look at what I get. This is ridiculous. Over a dog taking a crap and somebody cleans it up or somebody doesn't clean it up. Get the dog potty trained. Both of you stop being obstinate and ridiculous. And let's move on with our lives. Motion is denied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Tenant pulled me over here. I'm in Lacey. Nobody in Lacey will touch me. They love me. They protect me. They watch me. They get me on the freeway.
All rise. First County District Court is now in session. Judge
They really love
Cox
me.
presiding.
Please be seated, everyone. All right, we're on record and live streaming. Great. All right. So we are on record and live streaming at Thurston County District Court. The afternoon calendar, Ms. Clark.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I believe the state has a dismissal for today for out of custody Miss Elizabeth Pippin.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. We have one out of custody talks dismissal today for Ms. Pippin. Charges driving under the influence. State moves to dismiss the charge pending toxicology.
All right. So Ms. Pippin,
Are you serious?
Ms. Pippin, you can be on your way. The case is dismissed.
Level questions.
Sure.
I need to get restraining orders.
Well, that you have to.
Against your department, your police.
Okay.
department, And Ms. Wally.
Well,
That's
I can't grant you one today, but what I can tell you is the DUI is dismissed without prejudice and you don't have a hearing today and you can be on your way.
I know. So
Okay,
I
good.
just want to make sure. I mean, because you're the one that put a restraining order on me.
So we're not talking about restraining orders today because I can't give you one today, but you can apply to the court or you can apply.
What do I do then? How do I protect?
You come back on December 5th for your next hearing and this case is dismissed.
Next hearing.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm probably not gonna be there because that
okay.
is this whole thing that we've been doing with you involved as well.
You're done today, Ms. Pippin. I'm gonna have you kind of leave the courtroom. Thanks.
8 charges, man. Oh, Lord. I'm not gonna be abused.
Be on your way, Ms. Pippin.
Okay. Bye-bye now.
Now calling case number 13T00166. This is the Township of Ypsilanti versus Daryl Gardner. Can I have appearances for the record, please?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Kenma Dadush on behalf of Mr. Gardner.
We are here today for an arraignment on a bench warrant. What I am seeing, so the last time you were in front of me, looks like was in April. You had your pretrial date adjourned out to June 9th. You failed to appear. It was adjourned out to July 7th. You failed to appear. A bench warrant issued for your arrest. You were arrested and you were arraigned by the judge on July 21st. She reinstated all of your bond conditions and set you for a pretrial on August 27th, and you failed to appear on August 27th. So here we are.
Yeah, like I told him, June 9th is my birthday. I never got no call saying I was supposed to appear on June 9th.
Well, the most important one to address is the last one. The last failure to appear, because you did see Judge Washington in July. So in August 27th, Your Honor, Mr. Gardner let me know that he was on the Zoom call, that he was waiting for hours and his name that was not called, and that's why he left the Zoom call. He was not attempting to not appear at his court date, especially since he had seen the judge a month before. He is not trying to, abscond from anything here. He does want to show up and get this case resolved. We are not assigned on this
Well, he does now that he's in custody.
case. We had to withdraw because of a conflict. I don't have many notes as to what happened aside from what I see on my court and what Mr. Gardner tells me, but he did tell me that, he was on the Zoom for hours. Not sure if he left before there was a chance for his case to be called or if he missed it or something of the sort, but I would ask that he be able to be released. This is a 2013 case. It's incredibly old, which doesn't mean he doesn't need to be appearing on it and resolving it, but it is an older case. He does have another case that's holding him. He's being seen on that by the magistrate, but that's only a license case and it's a misdemeanor. And my guess is that he will get a PR on that, but since he hasn't seen the magistrate on that yet, I have no way to tell.
Can I speak up and, state a few things for the record? As far as I recall, the Zoom date, it might have been, I may have made a mistake. It might have was in July, but I was on there. And I know you guys got a record because my phone was in my name, my 313-764-6095. It was my name. So in order for me, it said on the Zoom thing, in order for you guys to know that I'm here, the device that I'm using had to be in my name. So there's a record that I was on there. I never absconded. I never attempted to run. I did what you guys told me, and they just had me sitting there for hours, just sitting there.
And I can understand that's a frustrating situation to be in.
Yeah, that's what happens in court. That's why I try to avoid it.
But that's how the judge does it with Zoom hearings. I mean, that's frequently how I do it too. Like, you wait in the waiting room and you are brought in when your case is being called. So if you leave, you leave. That's on you. Okay? What's
the point in making me sit there 4 hours? What's the point? Why can't we just do it in person like they do it in normal times and it can be done in 20, 30 minutes? I go to jail or I go free.
No. Then you just have to go to the courthouse and sit for 4 hours. It doesn't speed it up. It doesn't speed it up at all.
Got me sitting there looking dumb for 4 hours. I mean, come on, man.
You look dumb regardless. Okay, so that's independent of court. But sitting through a long court call is frustrating. Trust me, I've had a lifetime of it.
Okay. So I have good news for you in that regard, and that is the court renovations are done and we'll be opening back up to the public. So I'm going to set your next court date for in person. Now, I will point out that coming to court in person, that can eat your whole day regardless. Like, you come to court, anticipate losing a day. That's just how it works. All right, we'll set you for in the morning, but your case gets called when it gets called.
What's the point in setting the time then? Why don't you just say when you get called? That way I know, you know,
Mr. Gardner, the court has no way of knowing who's going to show up and who's not going to show up, and they have a big docket. They can't give everyone a time. They don't know how long each hearing will be. That's just how any court system works. In Judge Simpson's courtroom, people stay there for 4 hours. It is quickest for you, I'll tell you, to show up and get this case resolved rather than, you know.
I've been trying to, man.
I know.
I'm tired of shit. I swear I'm just tired, man. Every time when I'm saying, man, they keep arresting me, man. They keep throwing me in jail and making me sleep on concrete for some stuff that, come on, man. You want to keep me here, just keep me here and get it over with and just be done with it. But I'm not finna keep running from y'all, man.
I'm going to ask that you watch your language, please, because I know it's soon. You are still in court. I can hear that you're very frustrated. I'm going to set you for another court date that will be in person. All right? Show up for court in person, and you'll be in good shape, okay?
Be there. I'm tired of this stuff, man. I'll definitely be there. I told you back in April I'll be there. They never informed me of a June 9th court date because I would have told them, yeah, man, you can, for the record, don't take this the wrong way. But if
No, I would just let the judge give you the next court date and hopefully give you a PR bond. I don't think what you're saying is going to help you further.
It wasn't.
Everybody, okay, thank you. So what I'm going to say is if you get a phone, because right now I'm doing.
Yeah, I think she's right. I'm going to go ahead and agree with her.
I have a phone number for you. If you have a phone with a good phone number, you can get signed up for text message reminders. But other than that, you'll get paperwork when you leave the jail. If you lose the paperwork, forget your court date, whatever, I'm going to give you another court date. You're going to know that you have one coming up at 14B. If you can't figure out when it is for whatever reason, you can call the public defender's office. You can call the 14B district court, okay, to get your next court date. But I'm going to give you it right now, November 19th.
Next court date?
That's going to be your next court date, November 19th, because we're going to be open in person. Okay, so you're going to be in person in front of Judge Washington.
Yeah, I need a haircut.
That would be that way. What was that?
See, I prefer it that way in person.
Okay.
So that way they'll know for sure I showed up.
Yes. I can appreciate that. Okay, so November 19th. 9 a.m. in person in front of Judge Washington. And that's at the 14B District Court.
All right. Well, I got to sit in here until the end, or?
No. Just give me a sec. Do you have reliable transportation?
Yes.
Okay. Are you employed?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, he was employed. I believe he just lost the job. And he's looking for alternate employment right now. Correct, Mr. Gardner?
Yes, ma'am. No, actually, I'm not able to work right now due to this, but what I can do with my one hand, it's not much I can do right now.
Attorney Dadouche, do you know who was appointed?
Yes, Damian Cash.
And Mr. Gardner, have you been in touch with this attorney Cash?
I don't think so. I was in touch with I can't remember her name. She was
I think he had Ashley for arraignments.
yeah, I was in touch with her after I left here in April.
Okay. So it sounds like that was potentially part of the issue too. Because the public defender's office, it looks like, withdrew from your case. So another attorney was appointed. Okay, I do have that. So, yeah, his name is Damian Cash.
Okay.
All right. So if you haven't spoken with him.
I think I might have did speak with this guy.
Okay. Well,
yeah, that was when I had my job. Yeah, I had my job. I was staying with my sister then, but that was months ago. I don't even recall anything we talked about. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, with a name like Damian Cash, you would think it would stick out in my mind, but I don't. I'm not for certain if I even talked to this guy or he might. That's what he might have talked to my sister. He might have talked to my sister or something. I don't recall conversation with no Damian Cash.
okay.
I spoke to Ashley. I spoke with her several times.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gardner. I got it. So you need to speak with Attorney Cash before your next court date. All right. And the contact information should at least potentially be on your paperwork that you're going to get when you leave today. Okay.
Okay.
Advise and contact the public defender's office so you can get the contact information from them.
You say November 19th,
Yes.
9 o'clock. You start what time?
9 o'clock.
All right.
All right. So at this point then, you've got your next court date, November 19th, 9 a.m. That's in person at the 14B District Court.
Ma'am.
And I can tell you right now, just with the
Where is 14B? Is that downtown Ipsy? Across from
it's Ypsilanti Township. Okay, so it's the one off Whitaker Road, South Huron River Drive. You know where the Whitaker Road
I
is?
know where that's at. I can ride a bike to there. I know where it is.
Okay, yeah, the one with the pond out front.
Mhm.
Be careful riding your bike in November.
Why? Snow?
It could be icy. Just be careful. You already
Because it's cold, dummy.
had hurt your arm.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Oh no, the bus goes out there too.
It does,
The
yes.
bus right out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and actually there's a bus stop right in front of the courthouse.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you fail to appear on this next court date, I'm not going to be inclined to do another personal recognizance bond.
Man,
Okay.
you got on my mother's soul. I will be there, man. I
Okay.
promise you, I'll be there. I'm tired. I'm so done with this.
Okay.
My mother's grave. I will be there, man. I swear, man. I just want to be done with this crap. Promise you, I'll be there.
We will see. Okay. So and then it's gonna be-
You'll see. I'm going to come.
okay. All right. Good. That is what I am looking for you to do. Okay. So personal recognizance bond, $50,000 personal recognizance bond. So if you don't show up, then your bond's going to be at least $50,000.
What's
So
the backup?
what was that?
Sorry, Your Honor. What was the backup?
50?
50? Okay.
Yes. So yeah, the judge currently has it set at 20. I'm going to grant a PR, but if you fail to appear, it'll be 50. And you understand what your conditions are. Okay, so your conditions haven't changed. You're not to leave Michigan without permission. You're not to have any weapons, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, do you need me to go through them all again?
Oh, man, stay away from I know them all.
Okay. All right. So you've got your next court date. You know what you're doing.
Mhm.
See you on November 19th. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then, Mr. Gardner, you're free to go to the door.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. Can I have your name, please?
Good afternoon. My name's Amber McCullough.
And, so, Ms. McCullough, you're aware you have a
Okay, I cut out most of this hearing because it was long. It took forever to just get anywhere, but this is my favorite bit.
handful of bench warrants. Were you aware that you have a handful of bench warrants?
Yeah. Did you say, am I aware I have bench warrant? Yeah. Yeah. My attorney. Yeah. Unfortunately.
That's what
I like it.
Now calling case numbers 17T00139, 20W002117A and B, 15W000431A, and 06W171797. What I am going to do is set a hearing date for the violation of probation. That will be December 2nd. That will be in person at the 14B District Court at 10 a.m. That will be in courtroom 1 in front of Judge Washington. I am reinstating all of your prior conditions, so any sort of testing or anything that you were ordered to do, you need to test.
Okay.
Prior to your release, you're to be fitted with a sober link. That's something that you take with you. You breathe into it a couple times a day and it tests you for alcohol.
I've never, I'm going to tell you out of all, I don't drink at all. So is there a particular reason I don't drink. For a sober link, I've never.
She never drinks except when she does.
Never had a problem with alcohol because I literally don't drink at all. I don't even like alcohol. The OWI that I got in the first, it was very low. I had like 2 drinks and I ended up getting pulled over and my friend happened to be drunk.
Miss McCullough?
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk about the details of the case. I think what you've said is enough.
I get it. I kind of rethought that because I guess it is an OWI.
Yeah, you just talked about how you don't drink and then you admitted that you drink. So you do drink. Maybe you should shut up.
But it was just an unfortunate situation.
All right, who's at the county jail, please? What's your name?
All right. I think I'm gonna skip this. I got one from MGT from MGT, probably better.
Oh, you're Margaret Muck. Okay, I'm sorry. Didn't recognize you.
Let me find
All right,
it.
we're on the record in GW 2025 CR 185, State of Kansas versus Margaret Diane Mock. County Attorney Jill Gillette for the state. Miss Mock.
And I'll see you here next week. Christopher Scott Melkowski, 25T713927. Names?
Good morning, Your Honor. Mohammed on behalf of the people. Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Ketnick here on behalf of Mr. Melkowski. Sits to my left.
Sir, your name, please?
Christopher Scott Melkowski.
This is a charge of possession of less than 25 grams of fentanyl. And there's also a 4th offense notice. It's my understanding the defense wishes to proceed with the preliminary exam, correct?
That is correct.
Any preliminary matters, Mr. Mohammed?
Yes, Judge, as a preliminary matter, I'm going to request a mutual order of sequestration with an exception for Detective Mark Driscoll.
Any objection?
Detective Driscoll is the officer in charge.
Also, with the exception of Detective Driscoll and the defendant, all other witnesses must leave the courtroom. It doesn't appear as though there's any. There's one lawyer, one defense lawyer. And there's another young man who's going to be a lawyer in about 2 weeks when the bar results come out.
And Judge, just so the court is aware, Detective Dawn Japaniak is the initial officer in charge. Detective Driscoll is just standing there.
Okay, good enough. Anything else, Mr. Piecki?
No, I believe he has stipulations.
Correct. And Your Honor, pursuant to the stipulation of the defense counsel, I'm seeking to introduce into evidence People's Exhibits 1 through 4.
Yeah, if someone gets me the link.
Is a copy of the mobile detect test in this case, which is page 8 of the discovery packet, and it indicates that the drug recovered tested positive for fentanyl. People's Exhibit number 2 is a copy of the clear bag that was recovered in this case, and that is from page 9 of the discovery packet. People's Exhibit number 3 is the copy of the scale with the drugs on top of it, which is People's Exhibit number 3, and that's page 12. And People's Exhibit number 4, which is page 13 in the discovery packet, is a copy of a photo of the scene with Brian.
Okay, good enough.
And just for
And you stipulate to the admission of those for exam purposes.
For exam purposes, but I want to clarify that in terms of the results, the one photograph that has the results, we're agreeing that that is a photograph results, but we're not agreeing that those results are actually accurate.
I understand, but for exam purposes, no objection to the admission. People's 1, 2, 3, and 4 are admitted.
Thank you.
Any other preliminary matters?
No, not these people.
Counsel?
Not as much adventure.
Okay, call your first witness.
But for the people's first witness, we call Miss Ariel Ashworth.
That's what insurance is. I'm picture.
Come on right up here to this witness chair, please, man. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God? All right, have a seat, please. Can you spell your first and last name for us?
ARIELASHLIN.
Thank you. You can proceed, Mr. Mohammed.
Thank you. Good morning, ma'am. I'm going to take you back to the date of June 5th, 2025. Were you at or near the location of 1700 West Road?
Yes, sir.
Is that located in the city of Trenton, County of Wayne?
Yes, sir.
And what were you doing at that location on that date?
I am the shift lead for the store and I was working today.
And on that date, when you were working at that location, did you observe something that drew your attention?
Yes, sir. I was at the photo lab with a clear direct line.
Keep your voice up just a little bit.
Sorry. Yes, I was at the photo lab with a clear direct line of sight towards our front registers, and I saw a hand raised up from behind the counter, and I saw an individual taking cigarettes down, which we keep behind the counter.
Okay, and what kind of store was this?
Walgreens.
And the individual that you had observed grabbing the cigarettes, do you see that individual in the courtroom today?
Yes, behind you.
Can you please point out an article of clothing that person is wearing?
He is wearing brown sandals.
And can you please point to that individual? Your Honor, please let the record reflect that the witness has pointed to and identified the defendant by an article.
Record should so reflect.
Thank you. And Based on your observation, what did you do, if anything?
First, I made sure the individual was still in the store, contacted my store manager on how to handle the situation. When I reviewed the cameras and confirmed that I had seen what I seen, I contacted the police
And why did you contact the police?
because there were cigarettes being stolen.
And at any point, did you ever observe the defendant attempt to make a payment for those cigarettes?
No, sir.
No further thought.
Cross.
Morning, Zach. How are you this morning?
I'm all right.
If at any time you can't hear me, just let me know, okay?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now, you said that you had seen my client reaching up and grabbing some cigarettes, correct? And you had said you direct line of sight.
Yes.
Okay. Did you see any other of your coworkers there helping him?
No, sir.
Okay. So there's nobody around to help him get cigarettes.
No, sir.
So he took some on his own then. You do that thing.
Yes.
Okay. And then you, at any point, did he ever leave the store?
No, sir.
Okay. Is the cash register, is it toward the
Oh yeah, he was ready to pay for those. Is that where we're going with this? Good Lord.
front of the store?
Yes.
Okay. And he never walked past the cash register out the door.
No, sir.
So when you had indicated that you thought he was stealing the cigarettes, you really never had a chance. You really don't know that because he didn't not pay and walk out. You agree that?
Yes.
You agree?
Can you rephrase your question, please? I'm sorry.
Okay. He never walked out of the store and stole the cigarettes, fair?
He did not walk out of the store, but they were put into his jacket at the time.
Okay. I mean, I saw a photograph, lots of cigarettes, right? Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Did he have a shopping cart or a basket with him or anything like that?
No, he had a bag that he brought in.
So something to carry.
Yes.
All right. So what you can affirmatively tell this court is that no one was there to help him. He helped himself to some cigarettes, which probably the store doesn't want, but he did it. And he was still in the store when the police came. Is that all correct?
Yes.
All right. And at no point did he try to run out of the store and steal the cigarettes.
No.
Okay. And he didn't have a shopping cart, so he put them in his pocket to carry around. Is that fair?
Yes.
Great, Ms. Ashland. Those are the questions I had for you. Thank you.
Ma'am, at the time you had observed the defendant obtain this pack of cigarettes, did you see exactly where he went to obtain the cigarettes from?
He stayed behind the register, and we found him in the large aisle in the middle of the store as he was still walking around.
And do shoppers have permission to go behind the register?
No, sir.
Is that for employees only?
Yes.
No further questions.
Anything else?
Oh, yeah. You said something earlier that I didn't catch. Maybe that's my mind here. You said that there was a register there.
Yes.
Okay, and then does it make sense that the door is right there as well?
Yes.
Okay, so he was at this, grabbed the cigarettes by the register, and instead of walking out the door to steal them, went back in to continue shopping.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. I'm good.
You can step down. Thank you.
If I can, quick follow-up. And ma'am, where specifically did you observe the defendant put the cigarettes?
In his jacket. On his person.
He didn't put it in the cart, correct? Understood.
You can step down. Thank you. Call your next witness.
People called Officer McLeod.
Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Right up to the witness chair here, please. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth to help you God. Have a seat, please. Can you just spell your last name for us, please?
MACLEOD.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Officer McLeod, can you please restate your name for the record?
Officer Evan McLeod.
Officer, are you currently employed?
Yes.
Who's your employer?
Trenton Police Department.
And in what capacity are you employed there?
The police officer.
Were you employed in that capacity as a police officer on June 5th, 2025?
Yes.
You worked that date?
Yes.
You worked that date by yourself or with a partner?
I rode by myself.
On that date, did you work in full uniform or modified uniform?
Full uniform.
Did you operate a scout vehicle or did you work foot patrol?
Scout vehicle.
Did your duties as a police officer on the date of June 5th, 2025 take you at or near the location of 1700 West Road?
Yes.
Is that located in the city of Trenton, County of Wayne?
Yes.
What's at that location?
Walgreens.
And what took you to that location?
A dispatch call.
And what was the nature of the dispatch call?
Dispatch call was reference to a male stealing items from behind the counter.
And did you learn pursuant to your investigation what specifically those items were?
Cigarettes.
And when you made that location, what did you do, if anything?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
When you made that location of 1700 West Road, what did you do, if anything?
When I got there, I made contact with the caller who was the employee.
And what did you learn?
I learned that the male was stealing, or she advised that the person was stealing items from behind the counter and pointed the male out.
Were you able to locate that individual?
Yes.
Do you see that individual in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Can you please point to that individual and point out an article of clothing that person is wearing?
Yes, he's seated right there, green bottoms and green top.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect that the witness has pointed to and identified the defendant.
Record should so reflect.
Thank you. And did you make contact with the defendant when you were at the location?
Yes.
How did that begin?
I located him in the aisles, and based on information from the clerk, I detained him in handcuffs.
And what specifically did you do next?
I handcuffed him, and then I searched the person and located the cigarettes.
And where did you locate the cigarettes?
They were stuffed into his shirt.
And based on your training and experience, is an individual tucking a pack of cigarette inside their shirt indicative of an
Based on my training and experience, that would be that they were attempting to steal them.
And did you discover anything else pursuant to your investigation?
Yes, I also located a clear plastic baggie with multiple white pills and a white powdered substance that I suspect to be cocaine.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
The exhibits? Yeah. Also, officer, I'm handing you what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit, exhibit number 3. I'd like you to take this opportunity and review. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
I don't recognize it.
It's the baggie that I found on Mr. Malkowski.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of the baggie you found on that individual?
Yes.
Does that appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No.
Thank you. And sir, upon making that recovery, what did you do next?
I placed him under arrest.
What for?
For a violation of the Controlled Substance Act.
And why did you conduct an arrest based on that? What led you to conduct the arrest based off of the substance? What about the substance led you to believe it was anything?
Just based on my training and experience.
And can you describe what that item was specifically?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you describe the clear bag? What about the clear bag led you to conduct an arrest?
It is where drugs are commonly held.
Can you describe the items inside of the bag?
They're approximately 3.5 pills and a white powdery substance.
And what about that led you to believe that it was drugs?
Based off my training and experience.
What kind of drugs did you suspect that it was?
I suspected it to be cocaine.
And did you do anything to further your investigation and determine whether or not it was cocaine or any kind of a drug?
Once we were back at the station, I field tested it with the mobile detect field kit, and it returned it was positive for fentanyl.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
You can.
Sir, I've handed you what's been marked as People's Exhibit number 1. I'd like you to take an opportunity and review that. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
It's the results from the field test that I performed.
And what did you learn upon conducting a field test on the drugs that you recovered, or the suspected drugs at the time that you had recovered?
The white powdery substance that I tested resulted in it tested positive for fentanyl.
And is that test result a fair and accurate depiction of the results that you concluded upon testing the drugs in question?
Yes.
Does that appear to be altered or manipulated in any way?
No.
No further questions from this witness.
Cross.
Yes. Borrow that one photograph, or there's one exhibit, but you have all the photographs? Oh, great. Oh. Thank you, Your Honor. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
Take a look at that picture for me.
What did you show him? What document? What exhibit?
I'm sorry. I handed him what's been marked as exhibit 4. The photograph of the cigarettes. Officer, you took that photo?
I don't believe I did. I'm not sure.
Okay. The next thing now, right?
Yes.
And those are the cigarettes that my client had on him?
Yes, sir.
Well, how many packs of cigarettes?
I think it was approximately 19.
Did he have a carpet?
Yeah.
A little buggy, did he have a little damn basket on the deck?
I don't recall.
It's against the law to shop but not use a basket?
No.
It's against the law to shop and not use button?
No.
Okay. And if he wishes to buy 19 packs of cigarettes, or to carry, fair? Fair. So, when you arrive at Walgreens, where did you park the control vehicle?
Next to the building.
Right in front, and then you walk in directly?
Yeah.
Okay, at any point, did you observe my client outside of you?
No.
When you first observed my client, what was he doing?
He was walking down the aisles.
Continuing to shop.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah.
I asked him to stop and walk away.
So you issued an order to detain him by asking him to stop?
Yeah.
What's the basis for issuing that order?
Based on the information I received from the caller who was employed.
And so the caller had said that there was the person who had taken cigarettes from behind the counter.
Yes, sir.
Is it illegal to take cigarettes from behind the counter?
Generally speaking, you would get them from the employee.
That's not the question I asked you. I asked you, is it illegal to take cigarettes from behind the counter?
From behind the counter, I'm not sure in that sense if there's a sign.
I'm not asking about Walgreens policy. Now, we all probably have a suspicion of what the policy is. I'm asking you, under Michigan law, federal law, or any law that you could train under, is it a violation of law to take a cigarette from behind the counter? Okay. So you stopped him on what basis? If it's not against the law to take the cigarettes down and he's continuing to shop, what was the basis for your stop?
Basis was that he was concealing them and going to walk out of the store with them.
Now, you just said he was going to walk out of the store with them. Where in the store did you encounter?
It was in the middle of the store.
And door was
It's a bad argument, but it's all you got to make here.
up front. So how do you know he was going to go out? He just kind of guessing.
Based off my training experience,
You have training inside of Walmart, what the shopping patterns are inside Walmart?
Yes.
Okay, you know. In fact, professional marketers have training how people do in Walmart, so they know where to put stuff. But you, on the other hand, do not. Yeah, fair. Fair. Okay. So you issued an order to stop him based on something that wasn't even illegal. No. So if you're now saying it is illegal to take cigarettes from behind the counter, I thought we covered this.
I think he's answered this, right? He said his knowledge was that they were concealed. You can't. He's answered this question a couple times.
It changed his answer, Judge, too, so I'm telling you, get into that.
Okay, go ahead.
So my client is carrying cigarettes around inside the store. Granted, not in a buggy or in a basket, but he's placed them inside his pockets and his shirt. He's walking around shopping. Are we tracking so far?
He's serving up his tainted fruits.
I detained him.
What's the difference between detaining and arresting?
Detained him that there was reasonable suspicion that he was committing a crime.
And that suspicion was because he'd taken cigarettes from behind.
He already answered this. He concealed them, right?
Well, that's his charge, Judge. I'm you can carry. I'm a little.
Well, he said they were stuffed in his shirt. The clerk said that they were stuffed in his jacket, or he concealed them in his jacket. I don't know where you're going. I mean, I don't want to stop you, but.
Well, he also said 19 cigarettes, Judge. How are you going to carry around 19 cigarettes? You got to carry them somehow. And when you put them in your jacket, put them in your pockets, he's carrying them around.
I don't want to stop you, but this isn't working and you're going to lose. You were going to lose before, but let's wind it up.
And so.
It's like bubble gum, right? I mean, remember the old bazooka bubble gum? I mean, if I stuff 19 of those in my pockets, I certainly have the intent to steal, don't I? Okay, all right.
Here's the thing, Judge. I think we're transitioning to argument. He's been stealing. We had the one say right by the door. He walked out the door.
Okay, go ahead. Continue your questions. You can argue when you're done.
Yeah, I apologize. Judge.
You're fine.
Jumping to conclusions, but I think we both know where we're going with this. I'm a little disappointed. Not feeling it, but we'll see. So, when did you arrest him?
I arrested him. I placed him under arrest after I located the suspected cocaine.
To locate the cocaine or the suspected cocaine, you had to search him.
Yes.
Okay, where did you search him?
I searched one of his pockets. I don't recall which pocket it was that I located.
So where you
In the middle of the night.
So I hadn't left the store yet.
Correct.
And you searched him. Did you handcuff him first?
Yes.
So at the point you handcuffed him, you arrested him.
I was detained there at that point.
And when you handcuffed him, he was no longer free to go.
Correct.
Okay. You read your rights?
No.
Okay. And you searched him, and what was the reason you handcuffed him?
The reason I handcuffed him was on the reasonable suspicion that he was stealing cigarettes.
Officer, I thank you for your time. And those are the questions I have for you. I think Your Honor has a good idea of this going.
Redirect, if any.
None. Thank you.
You can step down. Call your next witness.
No further witnesses.
People move the bind over.
Correct.
Any argument?
Yes, Judge. It's fruit of the poisonous tree. We have clearly heard from the employee there that no one was there to help my client, so he helped himself, not a crime. The Walgreens doesn't agree with it. It doesn't rise to the level of a crime. Then it is shot. He goes around. Now, granted, he didn't grab a buggy. He didn't grab a basket, and he wants 19 packs of cigarettes. Right? So he's carrying around 19 packs of cigarettes and he puts them in his pocket. They use the stuffed it down the shirt. They use some very, some creative adjectives here. But what we didn't hear from people is my client had the ability to take for it. They searched it. They didn't enter any evidence for you to decide whether.
What's the ability to pay for it have to do with him?
Well, if he's got the.
So if I have $100 in my pocket and I go and steal $82 worth of items and conceal them and walk around the store, you mean to tell me I had the ability to pay for it, so they shouldn't charge me?
No, Judge, let me explain. If you have $100 in your pocket and you grab some things and you're walking, in your words, you're walking around the store, which means you want to continue to shop.
Concealed. You keep forgetting the word concealed. Stuffed into his shirt, stuffed into his jacket. You can't conceal items.
That's carrying, Judge. I mean, how are you going to carry it? You got all those things. It's not a crime not to have a basket. And he had the opportunity. Or their own witness, he's right by the door. If he was going to steal it and walk out, instead he's continuing to shop. He's got the stuff he wants to buy, carrying it with him. And they stop it. And I think to stop it, and I don't think there's probable cause to stop them. I think the arrest was against the law, it was an illegal arrest, and the rest of it's fruit of the poisonous tree. It'd be a different story if he'd gone outside and passed the last point of sale. There's no charge for retail fraud here. What you had here is a guy that didn't grab a basket, walking around the store, continuing to shop, and he needs his hands to shop. So he's carrying the stuff he intends to buy in his jacket.
You can't infer an intent to steal when somebody takes something and puts and conceals them in their pockets or their shirts or their.
Not on these facts, Judge, when he's right by the door and instead of choosing to go out the door, he chooses to continue to shop.
Okay.
So I don't believe that there's probable cause to, or I actually, it's more technically, it's a move to suppress.
I know, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Go ahead. Any response?
Yes, Your Honor, the people to object defense's request, I believe, I mean, there's shopping carts for a reason at stores. And in this case, that wasn't applied. Additionally, I want to highlight that the defendant not only stuffed these packs of cigarettes inside of his shirt or his jacket, but he went behind the counter. To me, that
I honestly don't need to hear anymore. Defendant went behind the counter. He pulled out cigarettes. There's no evidence whatsoever that would lead anybody under these facts to conclude you can go behind the counter at a store. He takes out the cigarettes. The clerk sees him stuffing them in his jacket. The officer finds them stuffed into his shirt. If that isn't reasonable suspicion to believe that a retail fraud was being committed, you don't have to leave the store. I mean, you mean to tell me that any clerk that's following anybody around, and I'm talking about an investigator, say at Myers or another big store, sees somebody conceal the items inside of their shirt or their pants, has to wait until when they went behind or when they passed the points of purchase? That is not the law. There was nothing wrong about this. Is clearly that infers an intent to commit a retail fraud, and the officer had the right under those circumstances to pat him down. He found him, he arrested him when he believed it to be the fentanyl. So I'm going to bind the defendant over for further proceedings to the circuit court. Is this the only thing he's in custody on, your client, or does he have other holds?
Charge.
So October 21 will be the AOI date. Of course, he has a thick packet here too. He must have quite a criminal history, huh? Wow. Yeah, I can't lower this bond. Bond's continued. AOI date will be October 21. October 21. Okay.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we get that other gentleman out and do that waiver?
See you on the 21st.
All right, there you have it. I forgot to put the redirect to Bigot in. Sorry about that. That was fun. Except the biggest drama, you could see that Judge McNally was not doing it. He was not putting up with this. We just wanted to see if McNally would stay awake to the end of the hearing. He had appropriately made up his mind as soon as the cashier told the story. That was enough, and I don't blame him. Good stuff. Thanks for coming out. I'll see y'all soon.